Video games have been around for a really long time. Ever since they were created, they have been filled with a lot of unfair and really stupidly broken things. And in this micro documentary, I will be talking about the history of broken things in video games. One of the first games in the world to be considered broken and unfair is Contra. The game was literally the definition of unfair and broken. You can take like 4 steps and die from, and I'm not joking, literally anything. Like honestly, I remember when I played on this on my Switch. They had the little NES bundle, and I'm sitting here walking around, definitely doing what I'm supposed to be doing, jumping and dodging everything, but somehow I keep on dying from literally nothing! In fact, the entire NES and SNES game lineup is full of unfair and impossible games like Ninja Gaiden, Battletoads, any Mega Man ever made in the history of ever. But eventually, game developers realized that people wanted to win the games they bought, so they became less unfair, and the world is at peace. Until online games were made. Online gaming first debuted in the year 1980. Games like Street Fighter became more aggravating once people knew which characters were the strongest, and by strongest I just mean cheap. Anything after Street Fighter 3 was a terrible mess to play online, and that was because Capcom had characters that were just better than everybody else, and did a lot more damage than basic characters, like the character known as Sagat. That character plagued Street Fighter 4 for its entirety of its existence on the online fighting game community. We can't talk about broken things in video games without talking about Call of Duty. I mean, that game is notorious for having these instant kill guns, and it's too many to count, so I'm just going to go over the most recent edition, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Guns like the MAC-10 and the AK-47 really don't take a lot of work to kill people. All I have to do is aim and shoot, and that's pretty much it. And in fact, as a current player of the game, it's plaguing the entire online thing, and honestly, I rarely play it anymore because I simply just can't escape the MAC-10 and the AK-47. No matter how far I run, it's always there. But there is no other game on this earth that is known for having broken and unfair things like Super Smash Bros. Is known for having broken things in their games, and to be more exact, I'm talking about their downloadable content characters. It all started with the 4th installment of the series that came out on the 3DS and Wii U. It had new additions like Ryu from Street Fighter and Corrin from Fire Emblem Three Houses, and each DLC character was designed to play like how they did in their own respective games. And the next character to come out was Bayonetta from a game called Bayonetta. And Bayonetta is a game similar to Devil May Cry and God of War. In those types of games, you get these ridiculous combos that are almost never ending. And you know, by the time you finish all of the enemies that's around you, you have like 500 hits on like 50 different people. So how do they emulate that in the Smash?
And I know Tristan is not bad in this matchup either, having beaten, I think, the Indiana Thang a little earlier today.
Oh no!
31%.
Bayonetta was a 0 to death machine. If you saw a Bayonetta player online, you might as well go sit on your hands, because that's the equivalent of fighting somebody that uses that character. But after the constant complaining from the Nintendo fans, they finally got around to nerfing the character. But even in her weakened state, she's still a very hard character to play against. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's all the broken things I can think of and write into this little essay thing. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.